wide.
Hello everyone, I'm TG and welcome back to the House of Sleaze. Well, here we are again with Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and today I'm bringing you guys a build for the Ronin. And this build, it's pretty much going to make whatever team that you're on unstoppable. This is what I call the Healing Resolve Ronin. And by that name, you can probably guess what kind of build this is going to be. This is a build that focuses solely on getting as much resolve as possible from all sources to make sure you always have enough to use your ultimate, not only for rezzing, but also for healing. So let's dive right in. So to start things off with, I'm of course going with the Water Katana, and on it I've rolled melee resolve gain, Oni damage, and Water Master. This piece is the only piece where I sacrificed regular resolve gain, just so I could have Oni damage. And the reason I do that is because when you're playing the Ronin, if your team isn't the best, you still want to be, running around and doing damage, not just kind of sitting there and waiting for things to happen. So having a little bit of that Oni damage is going to help you in the nightmare survivals, and it's really going to allow you to have a little bit more versatility and be able to fight for yourself. For this specific build, I do like using Water Master, and the reason for that is if you combo that with Oni damage, it's going to cause your surging strikes to cumulatively do more and more damage with each strike, so it stacks quite nicely, and it actually makes your damage output pretty strong. Next up, for your ranged, you are definitely going to want to go with Forbidden Medicine. This is a bomb pack that actually heals your allies every time you hit them with it. So not only are you doing damage to enemies, but you're also healing your allies, and that's really important if you have a samurai on your team or an assassin and they're in the fray. You need to come save them. You throw a few bombs. Not only do you clear the enemies out, but you make sure they're nice and healthy as well. For your perks, you're gonna want to roll Blast Radius and Black Powder Bomb. The reason for this is Black Powder Bomb is fantastic for dealing damage, and the increased radius means you're gonna hit more enemies with it, but also you're gonna heal more allies. And then lastly, I threw on melee stagger damage, and the reason for that is, quite frankly, it's the only thing worth a damn for that slot, and it is going to help you whenever you're trying to deal damage. So moving on now to what's probably the most important, and that is your Ronin charm. So on this, I ran Injured Resolve Gain, Regular Resolve Gain, and Resolve Increase. So all that's pretty straightforward. It's just going to make it so you have 5 resolve, and you're getting more when you get hit, and from all sources. Now, lastly, I want to talk about ghost weapons. It's pretty straightforward for the Ronin. I'm going to go with the Sticky Bomb and the Healing Gourd. For the Sticky Bomb, my perks are going to include cooldown reduction on kill and double blast radius. This is going to make it so your Sticky Bomb has a huge, and I mean huge, radius of damage that you're doing. And cooldown reduction on kill is very important because that is always better than straight cooldown reduction. As I have it set now, I'm going to be reducing the cooldown of my Sticky Bomb by 4 seconds every single time I kill an enemy. Moving on now to the Healing Gourd. So on this, I have cooldown reduction on kill again, Injured Resolve Gain, and Lucky. The most important thing here is your Injured Resolve Gain. But cooldown reduction on kill and Lucky are going to make it so your Healing Gourd is actually a pretty viable way to heal yourself when you really need it. You're not getting Strong Brew, but it's going to be up more often than not. Now, moving on, we're going to talk about the Ronin techniques. Obviously, the first thing we want is the healing incense. We don't want the goddamn spirit dog. Nobody wants the spirit dog unless you're going for some kind of healing spirit dog, increased radius, whatever build, I don't know. But we want healing incense because this thing is going to keep us alive when we have to hold a point in nightmare survival. Next, we are going to use enhanced ghost weapons, and that's just going to increase all the damage from our ghost weapons by 50%. This is invaluable when used with the Sticky Bomb because it's going to make your Sticky Bomb devastating, but what it also affects is your bomb pack. So think about that. You're doing more damage with the bomb pack. That means you're actually healing more with the bomb pack as well. Next, we got a no-brainer. Obviously, we're going to be using Resolve Increase. That's going to increase our max resolve by 1, so we're going to have a total of 5. That means as soon as you use your Breath of Izanami, you're almost ready to go for another one. Very, very valuable in Nightmare. And lastly, on the topic of Breath of Izanami, you want to be going for Soothing Breath. You basically want to use Soothing Breath anytime you're not going for a damage build. If you're going for a damage build, you probably want to look into having either 2 legendaries or using the Fire Breath. So boys and girls, that was the Healing Resolve Ronin build, and in case you weren't taking notes, remember this build is going to make it so you have basically infinite resolve and you're always going to be able to heal your team to full, and basically they have no chance of dying. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope it helps you out just a little bit. And remember, if you're interested in seeing more Ghost of Tsushima Legends content, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for much, much more. And as always, I'm TG. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. If not, meh. Keep it sleazy.